In this video, we're going to be talking about the specific duties of fiduciaries other than the trustees' fiduciary obligations. And it's only going to be a short video because our main sort of inquiry is going to be into fiduciary duties of trustees and them as a whole, but we're looking at the specific duties of individuals that aren't trustees. So in addition to the duties imposed by the court, people in fiduciary relationships may have additional or specific duties under statute. So this video are some specific duties owed by fiduciaries other than trustees, and we will later deal with the specific duties relating to trustees. So let's get into this and start with directors, okay? So in both the following two cases, Industrial Development Consultants and Cooley and Guinness and Saunders, there were company directors taking advantage of their position to make a personal profit. And in both cases, it was found that the profit was held on behalf of the company on a constructive trust because it was money acquired through a conflict of interest and in breach of their fiduciary duty. In addition, the duties owed by directors are set out in statute. So in Industrial Development Consultants and Cooley, the managing director of a company offering construction services was advised by a potential client that it was not proposed to do business with the company, but was willing to place its business with the director personally. Now, the director feigned ill health as a pretext for resignation and accepting the client's work. It was held that he was bound to account to the company for all the benefits accruing under the contract. It was irrelevant that the information came to him privately. So he had only one capacity, that of managing director. Information which came to him while he was managing director and which was of concern to the company was information which it was his duty to pass on to the company. And then we got the case of Guinness and Saunders, and in this case Guinness plc appointed a committee of directors to handle the company's affairs during a takeover bid of another company. One of the directors, called Ward, was paid a £5.2 million sum as a bonus, and the bonus was authorised by a committee of directors. And the Articles of Association for the business provided that the whole board must consent to such a bonus, and it was held that there was a breach of fiduciary obligation based on the terms set out in the company's Articles of Association, which could not be overruled. So the money was held on a constructive trust for the company. Now, the duties owed by directors to the company are now set out in the Companies Act 2006, Part 10, Chapter 2. So specifically, failure to disclose a conflict of interest in a completed transaction under company law is now a criminal offence under the Companies Act. So, following the recommendation of the Law Commission, the fiduciary and other duties of directors have now been codified by this Act in order to make the law more certain, accessible and comprehensible. Fundamental to the codification of fiduciary duties is Section 175 of the Act, which sets out that the duty to avoid a situation in which the director has or can have a direct or indirect interest which conflicts or possibly may conflict with the interest of the company. So directors is one situation where there are specific duties. Directors have specific duties in addition to their just general fiduciary obligations. And there's a couple of other cases that I'm going to very quickly look at before I finish off this video. As I said, it's a very quick video. So we've also got agent, and Lord Cairns in Parker and McKenna said that no man can in this court, acting as an agent, be allowed to put himself into a position in which his interest and his duty will be in conflict. So agents are obliged to avoid any conflict of interest, and so that is a specific duty for agents. And there's not really much else to say on that. And then finally there's partners. So duties owed by partners to each other are set out in the Partnership Act 1890, and these reflect the law. Again, there is a statute as well as the equitable fiduciary duties, which are pretty much the same as what the court has already held. So again, partners have specific duties that they owe to each other, and they are set out in the Partnership Act of 1890. So that's the end of this video. In the next video, we're going to be looking at specifically fiduciary duties, and that's going to take us a little bit of time. There's a lot of different areas of law to look at, like acting in good faith and making a profit and stuff like that. So that's going to take us a little bit of time, but if you have any questions about this specific video on specific duties, then leave a comment below and I'll get straight back to you. And make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I shall see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.